Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm back again with another video. And recently Edifier just came out with a new pair of headphones. Now these are the Edifier WH700NB. They're also the younger brother of the W800NB, and this is why I call Edifier more so the budget Sony. The quality is amazing, the sound quality is great, but at the same time you do get these headphones and typical headphones from Edifier at a much cheaper price. But before I get into all that, just make sure you follow and subscribe just so you can stay tuned for more videos like this. Now these, as I mentioned, they are just like the W800NB. They are slick black, and as for the top, it's more leather black, while the rest is more so of a matte black finish. Now these also come in memory foam. The top is the most comfortable part, and even the ear cushions I'd say are way more comfortable than the previous editions. And also a good thing, these headphones are also very flexible, but I would not push my luck with the flexibility. They can be extended like any other pair of headphones, but unfortunately these kind of disappointed in the fact that they still have the crunchy type of sound when it comes to extending the earphones. It just makes them sound a lower quality. For maximum flexibility and comfort fit when putting these headphones on, the ear cups can also be twisted just so it's a more comfortable fit. Now as for the buttons to control the headphones, all four of the buttons will be located on the right side of the earphones. Of course, you're going to have your volume controls and your power button, but then also the Bluetooth button, which that's also to connect and pair to different devices, is going to be the button that also controls whether or not the active noise cancellation is on and whether or not you'll be in ambient mode. Now the thing about these buttons also is they're also very clicky. They're not silent pressed, which also is another thing I would have liked to see, just because of the fact that it makes them feel and sound more higher quality. These headphones also charge via USB-C, and the thing that blew me away the most is 10 minutes of charging will give you 8 hours in usage, which gives you an abundant amount of time to use these headphones just with the minimal amount of charging. And with the active noise cancellation on, the battery life is about 45 hours, and with noise cancellation off, the battery life will increase to 68 hours. Now for the trade-off there, that's optional how you use headphones. If you prefer to be using active noise cancellation, that you might have just a slightly less battery life, but at the same time, if you do not use active noise cancellation, then you'll see your battery life extended all the way up to 68 hours. And having long battery life more so is just for luxury, just so you don't have to charge the headphones as much if you need to. Now just like the W800NB, these also do not have an audio jack, and this is a transition I'm seeing in some headphones that is moving to completely wireless, which at the moment is kind of difficult for me to embrace because I still like an audio jack just so I can connect manually to my computer, or if you're a gamer, if you want to connect to your PS4 or PS5 controller, then it just makes it simpler and easier. But with these, they're most so embracing the transition to absolute wireless headphones, and that's something for me that has to grow on me at the moment. Like, I'm not a fan of that, but at the same time, to some extent, it's something that should be expected. As for comfort, these are one of the most comfortable headphones I've used to date. They're smooth and simple, and to be honest, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So there isn't too much that Edifier needs to change, honestly, when it comes to the comfort and style of their headphones. It has active noise cancellation and environmental noise cancellation as well, and it has dual device connectability, which to date is one of my favorite features on any headphones, because it just makes it simple to be able to connect between different devices. And not only that, it just makes it a whole lot easier transitioning from either your phone, your computer, or whatever two devices that you may have connected without having to disconnect from Bluetooth and having to do the old-fashioned pair and connect to a different device. At the same time, there's also game mode and ambient mode, and for the game mode, I'm assuming it's probably just for mobile games because you cannot connect an audio jack to this, so it's probably just going to be for anything that you can play that can connect only via Bluetooth. As for the audio performance, the first test I did, obviously being the simplest, is just playing an ordinary YouTube video. When it comes to that, pretty much any headphones can excel because it's hard to mess up just getting audio accuracy from an ordinary YouTube video, and it's easy for any earphones to sound their best. So this was no different. The audio was great, it was accurate, and it sounded pretty much just how I expected it to. It sounded well. Now as for the music, this is where I noticed some little differences that stood out to me. So the first thing is these headphones do not get excessively loud, and I know for some people that wear headphones, especially over-ear headphones, they like the power and the bass in the headphones. They like it to be a little extra loud because the headphones typically they're supposed to be a little more heavy hitting and have some bass in the sound effect. And I noticed that the audio was a little more just evenly spaced out. Everything just sounded in sync and sounded great, but for beats and bass lovers, this may not be it because the bass is a little lacking. It doesn't sound as reverberating and as loud as I expected it to be, considering that they are headphones. So when it comes to the bass, for people that exclusively like the bass in headphones, these may not be it. But the best part about these headphones is that the audio quality sounded very smooth. It almost feels like a flatline because everything is so equalized. So there was nothing that really stood out to make either the pitches or the lows sound really odd and different. It just sounded like everything was just flowing smoothly, and whether you're the type of person that likes audio like that would pretty much fall just to personal preference. You may as well go ahead and play with the audio in the equalizer app for Edifier. And as for sound reading, which is a test that I always do when it comes to over-ear headphones, because the last thing you want is to be playing audio and everyone around you can hear what's going on. So there is some sound bleeding, but it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Don't get me wrong, the audio bleeding still occurs, but it's actually much better than I thought it was going to be. So the bottom line of these headphones, why I call them Sony budget headphones, is because of the great quality that they come in. And to be honest, this is no different. The quality of these headphones is really great, and even beyond the price that you get them for. They're very comfortable, and the sound quality at the same time, say what you will about it, but they're all right. The bass was the mediocre part of these headphones. The bass doesn't perform as well as I thought they were going to. They need some help. So as for these headphones, I definitely think they're a great pair of headphones. Definitely worth getting, especially for the quality and the price that you get them for. Maybe the bass is not for everybody, but at the end of the day, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. JEDIJA, I'm out.